I think it's working. Okay, so this is my first live video. Kind of waiting for people. Whoa. All right, I'm gonna explain a little bit about the pottery process. Reason that I need a kiln. The reason that's thrown me so off lately that I don't have one, because I can produce it up to a certain stage and can't finish it. All right, so this is the new style of modern Christmas trees that I'm doing. I'm in Oz. There's another one. This is a greenware piece, so this means that it has not been fired at all. It's just clay that has dried to the point where it can be fired. This is a piece that is a bisqueware piece, so I don't know if you can hear that. You can't really flick it. But it is about halfway baked, and it will need a glaze on it, and then it'll be fired again. This is a piece that I fired in my last kiln. It's under fired, so this should be a clear coat on some of this sgraffito work that I did for the Nightmare Before Christmas characters. Also have this piece, which is a commission piece. It's under fired. You can tell that the glaze isn't bright. This is actually a matte, and it's very rough over here. So that'll go to a food safe. Hi, Vanessa. You're the first person here, and I'm talking to myself. So this will be food safe after it gets refired. Get these out of the way. I have these pieces that I have for sale. I have a lot more pieces over here lined up. I'm going to try to go through them kind of quickly. I want this to be forever. I also have some things over here that I've been working on. Have some more Christmas trees, have some more carved pieces. Those are all greenware, so those do need to be bisque fired and then glazed and glaze fired. Also have some of my succulents, and then all of these are going to be up for sale, so I'm going to try to go through this pretty quickly. If you see something, I will write your name down and sit it in my sold pile. If you're watching this later, I can offer shipping. Also, buyers responsible for shipping. And now I'm trying to read and talk at the same time, and it's not working. Okay. So let's start with some of the pieces that I have for sale. Some of these might be dirty. They've been sitting out in my garage, kind of near my kiln, so they get some mud water on them. So for $25, I have these bowls. They're pretty big bowls. Bigger than a cereal bowl. Kind of smaller than a fruit bowl that you would sit out, but you could use it if you wanted a small one. They have this cool Everglade glaze on them. They're made out of brown bear clay, so it's the chocolate brown clay. They have kind of that swirling that comes out. That's $25. I have that one. I have this one that is a little different. This one actually has the swirling in the bowl as well, where this one, I didn't do it on the inside. So I have this one. The swirling on the outside of this one is also very much more prominent. So those are $25, and I will be replacing these out. So if it's later and you want something, just ask me. I have some ring dishes for $10. Great to sit next to the sink. This one has some daisies on it. It's white. I have some honeycomb style ones. These are $10. I have a different size option. These are $15. This one has some lace going on in it. It's also like a custom glaze combo that I do, that I found out on my own. It's actually a gold over a white, and it turns this really cool blue in spots. And it's stamped on the bottom. LP. That's me. Alright, also have some of this Everglade honeycomb kind of style ring holders. That's another $10. Here's another option. This actually I made with a spring that I rolled a bunch of different ways, and it kind of looks like snakeskin, and it creeps me out. I don't like it. That is $10. Same thing with this one. This is a metallic. So this is actually the metallic that goes over the white that creates the blue, but this is it by itself. This is another of the metallic. This was actually thrown on the wheel. This is a bigger ring dish, so this one is 15. It's very shiny. Also have some different daisy ones. They're a little hard to see. There's a lot of glaze on this one, but cool combo. That one's 10. Have this hand-built one, which is also 10. Some little cool, it's more of a navy. Then I have this yellow honeycomb one. That's going to be a 10 one as well. This is hand-built, hand-stamped. This one that is a actually cut out a little. I was trying to go for, not really sure what I was going for, but it looks cool. That one's 10 as well. Have some citrus juicers. These are 20. Hand built or hand wheel thrown, stamped on the bottom, carved out texture, and then a little spout, a little handle area so you can pour them. Great for limes, oranges, fresh lemon juice. This one is a another one of those custom where it's the metallic over the white and it comes into this blue. Kind of brings a little bit of the white back in. Vanessa, I just saw that. The Christmas cup. It's not finished. It's not food safe yet, basically. It needs to be refired. It didn't get up to temp. This is a Christmas tree that I have. And these smaller ones are 20. This one I carved out after I threw it on the wheel. And then the glaze on this, I'm not really sure, but it does have like a silvery kind of lavender tone to it. And it's on the brown bear clay, so that chocolatey clay. So that one is 20. Then I have another $20 Christmas tree, which is white, also on the brown bear. This one I did some texture on before I took it off the wheel. Thought it ended up actually looking pretty uniform. So I thought that one's pretty cool. So those are 20. This one is 25. This is a bigger planter. It has a hole in it, so you can definitely put a live plant in there to grow. Maybe a corn plant or something small for in the house. This is a pitcher that I have stamped maple leaves on. So a lot of people like to use these even for vases. They are food safe, but a lot of people end up liking to use them for vases because they want to keep them out on their table. All right, let me get this out of the way, and then I'm going to start just bringing in one thing at a time over here. All right, so this is a pumpkin jar, little candy dish that I have, one of the small sized ones. These are thrown on the wheel, closed up, and then I put all of these details in with them, and then add a stem and a leaf. This one is one of the ones that I've cut really well, fits really well on there. The whole inside is glazed, so they are food safe, perfect for candy dish or for little Snickers. I keep little Snickers in them inside for when my blood sugar goes low. It's almost empty. I have more jars, and these are 25 as well. This is a skull, kind of apothecary jar. I'll get it in the light so you can kind of see the glaze on it. It's kind of like a metallic-y brown. All the way around, it kind of goes a little different. Hand sculpted this little skull on top. So that one is 25. Have another pumpkin jar. This one is in the navy. It's on the brown bear. Well, has the leaf, and this one actually has a curl in the stem and a little squiggly thing. This one is also glazed on the inside, so food safe. All right, that one's 25. Let's move on to something a little different. This is a vase. Really like the shape of this one. It's very modern. This one is 25 as well. It's pretty tall. It's probably about 7 or 8 inches tall. Has a little lip on the top of it. Keep your flowers in there. And then it does have the exposed clay, which is all speckled. So That one's pretty cool. That's one that I like. Brian likes. Some more Christmas trees. I'm gonna have this one for $25. It has this great texture to it. Brings out the line work and the texture. A little lighter in there and like heavier in the down areas. The bottom of some of these is solid. I did cut out some of them. So that one is $25. I have a $20 option here with some green if people want to go, more bright and classic colors. That one does have the texture in it too, and the variation in the glaze. So it's really cool to look at, and this one I did cut the bottom out of. I have another jar now. This one's one of the cooler ones that I made probably. So I actually threw the handle on there too. On the wheel, I just closed it up into a form, and then I threw this on the wheel as well. Ended up a really cool shape, and it's food safe. It's all glazed on the inside, perfect for candy. And those are $25 for the vases. There's another $20 tree that is green. It's kind of similar to a bell. Kind of flares out at the bottom. Thought that was a pretty cool design. Here's a more modern shaped vase, kind of angular with a little bit of angular glaze on there. White, and then this is the speckled turtle. So this is not the speckled turtle. This is the ranger, so it's a kind of like the speckled turtle without the speckles in it. So it's a golden color. Another vase. Or not another vase, another jar. This one does have maple leaf stamped on it. Kind of a folded up leaf for the handle. And that one is glazed on the inside, so completely food safe. Jars are $25. Let's get a coffee mugs. This one, this is a old, small coffee mug, teacup size thing with an oversized handle. This is one of the first pieces that I made. That one is going to be $15. So, microwave, dishwasher safe. Haven't had anyone let me know that anything's happened bad in the microwave, dishwasher. All right, and this is one of my dragon egg jars. So these are $25. Sculpted a little dragon on the top. Little dragon egg is the body of it. And these are also glazed on the inside. You can put whatever you want in there. Had people buy coffee cups for makeup brush holders, Q-tips, cotton balls. All right, then here we have another Christmas tree. This is in the Everglade on the the speckled turtle. This one does have the full bottom on it. And that one does have like the swirly technique in it. So that one's really cool. This is a $25. Have another citrus juicer. This one's a little bit larger, or really just wider than the other ones. This one is like one of my favorite glaze combinations. Those colors just really come out, and you never think it was a white glaze and a gold glaze that bring out those colors. So magical. It's all chemistry. I don't understand it. All right, and then this is $25 as well for the citrus juicer. A couple more mugs for $15. These are handleless mugs, swirly cups. And this one is light blue on the outside with the navy blue on the inside. And this one is going to be on the speckled clay. So this is the light blue on the outside with a bit of white on the inside. And then these are $15 a piece. I have a bud vase. So a smaller bud vase, and this is the swirly style. And this has the Everglade, which is the teal. This is on a Ranger clay. And there's at $15 as well. I have some wax melters for tea lights. So just put a little tea light in there, and you can put your wax melt in there. pretty luminaries. And then these are 20. I don't know if you can tell the size of it. It's probably about 2.5 inches tall and 4 inches wide, maybe. Have this really cool cup. I don't even know the glaze combination on this. It's got a lot of different things going on. A couple purples, some navy, brown and white. And this is on the brown bear, like chocolate clay. The white on the inside. Whoops, I'm a bull in a pottery studio. All right, and then here, have another Christmas tree. This is a $25 Christmas tree. It's probably one of the tallest ones that I have right now. The color on it is basically like you see those grays and blues. Kind of have to see these in person to really respect them. It's more of a purple. That'll probably give you guys an idea. It's kind of a purple, deep maroon, closer to purple with these speckles of gray and blue in them. That's a 25. Tell me if I'm bringing something back that I've already showed. This is a coffee mug, a tumbler. Put whatever you want in there. It's got the navy on the inside and the white on the outside on the chocolate brown bear clay. It's got some texture to it. I love leaving some of the clay. A lot of people don't like that feeling, but I like to appreciate the clay and the clay body. All right. Next, we have a dragon eggs jar again. And this one is in the teal on the speckled turtle. It's glazed on the inside. Has this little dragon sculpted on top with its wings. And the jars are 25. Like I said, great for like little Halloween, like leftover Halloween candy minis that you got laying around, trying to hide from your kids. All right, another jar for 25. This one's really cool as well. Has a lot of texture to it. It is the brown bear. It's one of my favorite clays. And then it has the Everglade on top of it. So it's that teal glaze. All right, kind of different jar that we have here. This is a marbled clay. So this is a marbled brown bear with, I want to say, speckled turtle or ranger. Then I have a morning glory leaf, which I actually think was a moonflower vine, which is basically the same thing. Imprinted on the top for the handle. Fits together nicely. Started doing that. It is glazed on the inside. Like I said, you can store anything in these that you want. I store little mini candy bars. All right, I have another. This one doesn't really look like a rose, maybe a carnation. But this one is glazed on the inside as well. 25 for jars. And this is on the speckled turtle with the white over it. Some more cups for 15. This has a cool kind of geometric dip pattern, and then I also faceted it. It has this really cool foot on it. And this is on the brown bear as well. So 15 for mugs. Grab something else. Going through it pretty quickly. Here's another jar. It has some texture on the side. Then it also has this leaf on the top, glazed on the inside. And then the jars are 25. Have a Christmas tree. And this one is a 25 Christmas tree. The green is very subtle. It's kind of got a little bit of a metallic hint to it. It's on the brown bear clay. So glazes react differently on every clay. This Christmas tree is probably about 6.5 inches, 6.5, 7 inches. And then I put all of these branches on them. So that one is a $25 Christmas tree. And I have some more mugs. This one is a really cool glaze. It turns green in some spots and stays brown in others. It's very smooth and slick. Inside is a mossy green. And I make these cups pretty thick, so they're easy to hold whenever they have hot liquid in them. And they're great for cold liquid as well. And they feel pretty cool. All right. A couple other small cups. Here's more of a small, like, handleless teacup. It was also dipped in the glaze, so it gets a nice line. Then it's got the white on the inside, some that's mixed. So that one would be 10. It's a smaller cup. Some different style cups. These are 15 tumblers, if you will. Another one that is the same glaze, but it is on the brown bear. Sorry, it's a little dirty. They've been out in the studio. I get mud water everywhere. And so those are 15. And I'm looking around and trying not to show you the same thing twice. Some more swirly mugs with these cool feet on them. They have different colors on the inside. So this one's teal, or I would say teal, light blue on the outside with the speckling coming through, and then white on the inside. And you still get to see the speckling. So that one's 15. Have a white, plain white swirly mug with a foot. And I think you have to like really feel them to appreciate them. Don't watch me drop it, but that one's 15 as well. And I think, honestly, I'm coming to the end of what I have to put in this video and show everybody. Hope that there was no audio problem, that everyone can hear me. I think this one is new. I don't think I showed this swirly mug. So I do have more of the swirly mugs available. And this one is on a white clay. So this is the same glaze as that glaze. But you see the speckling through the body of the clay on this glaze. How cool is that? Yeah. All right. Well, and then these are 20. I don't know if I even said anything about these. I hand built these. So these are, I would consider them more of a fruit bowl. They are pretty decently sized, not too shallow, but would make great fruit bowls to leave out. They're different on each side, and each of them is different. And these are made on the, I think, Ranger clay with no speckling. Oh, I do have more ring dishes also. Anyone's interested in more of those, leave them up for a second. Lots of ring dishes. These are all in the 10 price range. I really spent like 2 days just making a bunch of ring dishes. Most of these are hand built. I do have stamps that I use and different things on the hand built items. Different glazes. And these are all that I'm showing you in the $10 price range. More of a navy. The white. Ooh. Some more of the daisy stamp dishes. Ooh. This is really hard to do one-handed. All right. And they're all kind of on different clays. You can see that through the body, and I think we're coming to an end. I think I'm going to start showing you guys things that I've already shown before. All right, so if anybody wants to make a purchase of anything, at this point I'm going to cut short because I don't want to bore you guys. Hopefully you'll rewatch it if you didn't see the explanation in the beginning of pottery and like what I'm starting to do. Could go over it again. Got all these new things that I've been working on, maybe some salt wells, some new kind of jars, a little more ornate, and these are all greenware. So that means that they haven't been fired at all, so they're super fragile. Some carving on some vases and planters. Some Christmas trees that I'm working on. Some more planters. Some more salt wells. Planters mugs. Started working with, this is actually porcelain, so it's really hard to work with. I'm trying to try that out because it can actually be translucent if you throw it and work with it to where it's thin enough. Doing some, these are all out of my last kiln firings. They're all under glazed. So I'm working on some new styles of things. These aren't food safe or fully, it's called vitrified, where the clay is not porous and can't absorb water anymore, so they need to be fired again. You can see some clay or some glaze defects in some of these because they didn't come up to temp. They should look glossy and they're matte and rough. So some of these things, well, all of these things are new things that I'm working on. Some Nightmare Before Christmas mugs that should be brighter and the glaze should be clearer. On some dark star clay, which you can actually see it's a white speckled clay. Started to speckle a little bit, just didn't get all the way up there. Then I've started making another Oogie Boogie. I have a commission for a tree. This is actually the white with the gold on it, but where it's underglazed, it looks like brown stains have been on it. So this is a bisque piece. This will come out completely differently. This has already been fired and under fired. So just trying to get something going on a new kiln to complete all of the work that I've started and to keep moving forward. So check out my GoFundMe if you haven't. I think I explained it pretty well. I am basically selling products for an amount of money, donation, if you will, that will be produced in my new kiln once I get it. And all of y'all's help is appreciated. Thank you. How do I stop this?